Hello my friends and welcome to today's tarot reading. This is a general daily reading for all signs, but the sign that you're here probably means that there is a special message for you. So thank you so much for joining me today. So today is the 28th of August 2022. It is a Sunday, the day of the sun, and in the 7 spiritual laws of success that I study, I name this day as pure potentiality, silent meditation, communing with nature and non-judgment. So good day to get out in nature, to just bring yourself back to who you are, to nourish yourself, to really understand what your true potential is. And we've got an interesting transit, Venus in Leo opposite Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. So with this transit, it's about you being known for what you really are worth, and also being known in a good way. You don't want to be known for any kind of bad way. And also, when I mean a bad way, like, imagine you're going to go viral, right? And you're on the internet, you're doing stuff. You want to be known for stuff that's going to be good, right? You don't want to be known because you were that person that did that thing that did, oh my God, did you see that online? It's that kind of vibe. So just make sure that your potential is seen in the best possible way. I think that's going to be really important for today. So just make sure that that's happening. But otherwise, there's no other major transits. We've just passed the new moon in Virgo. And that is about routine. It's about how you get to yourself. Remember, our routines are what make us who we are on a daily basis. It's the incremental steps that we take each day to help ourselves that make us who we are. So if you've been going away from those habits, away from those daily rituals that actually make you who you are, see if you can instigate some kind of form of going back to those so that you can really nourish yourself. Today is the day for that. And let's capitalize upon this new moon energy, because Virgo season is really good for that. And we've had such a tumultuous time with the last 2 months of July and August. So now we're here in September, with it being around the corner. We've got 2-3 days now. So yeah, let's start as we mean to go on. Okay, enough jibber jabber. Let's see what the tarot has to say. I'm reading with the Rainbow Heart Tarot. I'll be clarifying with the Astro Codes Oracle deck. What a start. Love that, actually. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay. So Magician, 3 of Cups, the Emperor reversed, the 10 of Wands reversed. Judgment. 9 of Swords reversed. I'm Still Standing by Elton John in my head. I don't know why. I'm sure we'll find out. I don't know, is that straight? Yeah. Okay. Wow. All right. Wow. What is happening here? Okay. So looks like some life lessons are being learned at the moment. Some real kind of realizations, personal realizations, almost like there's an extremely challenging situation that it's either like, it could be, the reason why we attract certain situations into our life is because of patterns of behavior that we're used to accommodating. That takes a lot of responsibility to admit that, but I'm just saying it kind of usually is the case. So because of that, say for example, this is just very general, but if somebody had an abusive father, they tend to attract partners, relationships, people that are into their life, that come into their lives that emulate this father character. And I mean, this is what this is here. So there's a belligerence, that's going on here. And I don't know, you may be stuck in some kind of situation that is emulating this. You may not have had that, you may not have had a father that was like that. But there may have been troubles, or there may have been some little things. It could also be a mother character that was acting like the Emperor reversed. But I'm definitely seeing like father energy, or like male dominating energy, which is not very nice. And usually when we are, sorry if you hear my stomach growling, but like when you see that kind of pattern kind of evolving in your life, it kind of makes you realize how, or if you see this happening, it makes you realize how, this affects you. Why are you in this situation? Like for me, if I find that I'm in a particular situation, I'm always asking, why am I there? Why am I here? What is this to teach me? And, we've got the Ace of Wands, Four of Wands, happiness, and then, real kind of initiatory energy. There has been a real clamp down on you being able to have any kind of creative energy at all in this respect. You may have been able to get some good friends out of this situation, but you've had enough. You've absolutely had enough. There's been a sense of like agonizing over it as well. Almost that there's been like, right, so there's been deep unhappiness, the inability to be creative or have any kind of creative say, unable to be able to put yourself forward in a way that, is congruent with who you are. And then the Nine of Swords kind of tells me that you've been like, right, I've been agonizing over this long enough. I've got some good things about what's happening. I've got some friends. I've made some really good people. I've met some really good people in this situation that I'm in. But I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm not going to let this take over my mind, because I've been agonizing over it and over how unhappy that I wanted, because this could have been such a good situation. And the Ten of Wands reversed is telling me, yeah, like, I'm getting out of here. I am absolutely done with any of this kind of like BS. And I'm taking the call to hightail it out of here. I've got better things on the horizon. I've got mountains to conquer. I've got things to kind of like go for. The Magician in the middle is telling me you've managed to be the real alchemist here. And you've managed to look at that, the white flowers and the red flowers, the real kind of congruency with understanding the spiritual, which is interesting that it's down here at the bottom. And then we've got here, you're able to manifest it. So it seems to me like you're creating some kind of future from a real shit place. That's what it seems to me in this reading. It seems like you've gone through a lot. And, you've just been in a really bad situation. And it's all because there's been a dictatorial. Now, what I said before at the beginning, that may not be applicable to you, but there has been some kind of force, some kind of oppressive, more senior character that has been imposing all of these onto you, and these ones. So there's a sense of, I've had enough. And I'm going to take all of this and I'm going to hightail it out. And that's what this is saying. Wow. Great reading. I'm pretty clear. Okay, there's too many. Is that two? All right then, two. So we've got third house and second house. Second house is resources, reversed. Third house is communication. We've got 4, funnily enough, and then we've got 41. Right, okay. So what I get from this is that, I'm not saying that this is a job, because we don't have pentacles here, funnily enough. We don't have any pentacles here. But it's interesting. It just seems to me like it's quite a deep situation. And it could be to do with like how you have your resources. The House of Taurus, it's about, your kind of possessions, the things that you have. And it's almost like a reevaluation of what you have. And then communicating that, exploring that, the House of Gemini, it's also bringing to home, like, what is really important. You know, you come into this life alone with nothing, and you die alone with nothing. So, you know, the idea and obviously we do need resources to live in this world because that's where we are. But essentially, it's about the connections that we make and how much richness that gives us. And I think that's about communicating that to yourself, understanding that about other people, because, you know, possessions will come and go. And I think it's like really understanding that, like, if you're, say this is a job and you're stuck in a job that, or not stuck, but there's a job that has a really belligerent management, and is really putting you, all of you, in a place that that is completely disabling your creative power. It's disabling the sense of you being able to have some kind of nice situation. Like, you know that it could be a really good situation, say at work. This is just an example, like say at work, but you know that it can't be because there's this person here that's just not allowing it to be. And then you've also got the Nine of Swords where you've been wanting it to be that way, but you know, you've been agonizing over it and now you're just like done. Same with the 10. Now you're done. You're actually going to move. Maybe you're already drafting your letter of resignation. So, you know, it's that kind of thing. You know, you're like, but you know that you've met some really good people and you really appreciate that, but you're answering the call. You're taking the steps to move on, to move out of here. And it may be something that isn't congruent with your resources, because you might be thinking, oh my God, how am I going to get money? Well, how is that going to happen? Because, you know, this job, like maybe it's a job. If it's not a job, it may be a family situation. Like it may be the security of family and home. Excuse me. But it's like more, I mean, I don't see home, but it could be, because it would be like 4th house, I think. But it's more to do with money. It's more to do with it's more to do with your relationship with money. Because if the Emperor is the one who has the money, it's about how you change your relationship so that you can you can bring it forward and you can make it more, you know, you don't need to worry about that, because wherever you can go, you can make money. Do you know what I mean? That you can make your stability, you can make whatever you want, because you don't need to rely on this Emperor. This could also be associated on a global level as well. Like, you know, we've got like the systems of the world. They are doing what they can to enforce, you know, us to pay a lot of money for bills. You know, the standard of living is raising. It's becoming really difficult. They're trying to make it more difficult. So what we're doing is we're having to rely on our resources and rely on what we've got, and also rely on our own power. The thing is that they don't realize that we are powerful. And because of that, we're able to manifest whatever we want wherever we go. So we'll be able to make a really good situation out of something that is so utterly like dire, because it is pretty tough. I'm seeing this on a micro and a macro level, which is really interesting. So this is giving us hope. This is saying to us that the love that we have for others and for people and for ourselves is actually ultimately what's going to bring us the true light, the true resilience that we need. It's going to give us everything that we want. We have all the skills. We have everything that we need. It just, you know, there's this oppressive kind of like stuff that's going on, but nothing can beat that, because, you know, the best things in life are free, aren't they? Anyway, my friends, that's a really great reading. Really great. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please do like, subscribe, share, whatever you'd like to do. But if you comment as well, it's amazing. Thank you to all of my returning subscribers. You're all amazing. And for all of those who comment, I really appreciate the conversation that goes on down in the comments. It really makes my day. Anyway, my darlings, you have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday, and I'll speak to you really soon. Take care. Bye.